All right, everybody, we are here with your boy, the bad boy, the dating game, Mr. Lucario. Give yourself an applause, sir.
Yeah,
Come on.
man.
All
Can you hear that applause? Everything good? Everything good? All right. What's
right.
popping? What's
Yes,
good?
I'll go and let them know what this is being brought to you by the game.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Game Kings 2. Definition of a Man seminar in New York City 2023. Myself, Miles Cunningham, Taekwondo Ramos, and Kerry K. Zagan is going to be in the building. This is in 2 weeks, people. 2 weeks, and it's happening. So, I mean, you guys got to get your tickets. I pinned, April put the tickets at the top of the chat, so I pinned it at the top of the chat. So you guys make sure you go click that and get the tickets. You feel what I'm saying? Or DM me or Miles for the tickets. You feel what I'm saying? So yeah, let's make that happen.
Yeah, it's a documentary that's gonna be filmed, and
Yeah.
y'all gonna be on a documentary. So there'll be a
Exactly.
lot of things going on. So yeah, make sure y'all guys check that out, and shout out to everybody in the chat and everything like that. The first lady of the game, April. Shout out to April as well. So yeah, so Lucario, I was after the show, Lucario brought up, I think it was last week,
Right.
that he watched Sex Life. We watched it too, and he was like, man, that's some bullshit and shit.
Right.
So I was like, dog, we gotta do a show on this because see, to me, Lucario, after watching the first one, it was a lot because the guy was more of an asshole the first one. He was she was running behind his ass, right? In the first season.
Mhm.
So the first episode of the second season gave me a lie because she came running to him. She's like, let's smash and everything. He's like, hey, no. You know what? You had your chance. It's over. I got somebody else, and I thought he was gonna be mad about this stuff. I thought he was gonna be like, I was like, the car, okay, this is going right. Okay. And then Lucario, you have 3 stories of 3 suckers, but I want you to talk because this is how women see men because this is how men are to women nowadays. And I want you to talk on that. What was your take on that before we talk about the 3 suckers, man?
Right. So my thing is that, and for those who didn't see Sex Life, you guys should go see it. See the first and second season. The first season was some real ass shit. The second season was some bullshit. So we just letting you know that, and we'll break it down a little bit later. But I think what happened is that at the end of the day, if you're a guy who understands himself and understands how valuable he is and understands his position in a situation when it comes to dealing with relationships, you're not gonna do no sucker shit like they did in season 2. So in season 1, it was good because they were showing like this is like the reality. In season 2, it was showing I feel like they showed a little bit more of like the woman's perspective and a woman's fantasy in the sense of rounding it all up, which is a bunch of bullshit. But we'll get into it in a minute. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Again, it was just I guess it was like all woman shit. It was all they were, again, don't get it twisted. I like the fact that they were showing the women were out there fucking because y'all got this weird thing that women ain't fucking and shit, which is fine. Women allowed to fuck and do it, all that shit they want to do. But the game that the women were running on the men was ridiculous because the key to all these, okay, you had a black chick with a sucker. And then you had the Middle Eastern white chick with 2 suckers. I mean, and they all crying and shit. She had the no. Excuse me. There were 4 suckers in there. I'm sorry, because the black chick had the black dude. The white chick had the ex-husband, the ex bad boy, and then she had the cupcake motherfucker that saw her as precious jewelry.
Right.
So they were like 4, man. They were 4. What say you, man?
Basically, for those who didn't watch it, I'm gonna just spoil the whole shit for y'all, but y'all still should go watch it because it shows you a lot of stuff. So basically, in the first season, it was about this lady who was married to this guy, perfect husband type of motherfucker, right? And then she kept having fantasies about her ex-boyfriend, which was like supposed to be like the bad boy type of guy with game. So throughout the first season, she keeps running to the bad boy, back to the bad boy, fucking him. And then her husband is upset because she's cheating on him with the bad boy guy, her ex. And then so the husband's trying to do what the bad boy guy is doing in order to like keep his woman interested, right? So at the end of the first season, the woman, she stays with her husband, but she also runs back to the bad boy to fuck him. So she's like, look, I'm gonna stay with my husband, but I want to fuck you. Right now, what happened in the second season was she goes back to the bad boy, tries to fuck him, and he's like, nah, I'm actually fucking with, some other chick, and it's too late. Then the husband finally says, fuck you. I want a divorce. I'm not really fucking with you like that. So then the husband starts acting wild, starts trying to fuck all these girls. He starts paying for prostitutes and shit. He's tricking. He's doing all that other goofy shit. Now the lady, she has a black friend, this chick, right? And then the chick has a boyfriend, so this black dude. So the black dude is telling her the whole time, like, yo, come with me and live with me and fuck with me. And the whole time she's like, nah, I'm trying to be an independent woman. Fuck all that bullshit. So by the end of the show, the black dude forgets what he's trying to do in his life and stays with the woman. He follows her. The bad boy guy, right? He ends up breaking up with his new chick who he had a baby with or whatever to get back with the main chick lady. And then her husband ends up running back to his ex-girlfriend, right? So now what happened is this. In the show, on the second season, what they were basically showing was this. They were showing that, and this is why the second season was like for women, and the whole thing was mainly for women generally, just for fantasy. So what happened is what the second season was showing was a fantasy that women have, but the fantasy really is them dealing with guys who they think got game, but they're really niggas who don't got game. So that's really all it is. They think they're dealing with alpha male type of dudes, but they're really beta male type of dudes. So at the end of the day, all of these guys was on some beta male shit, and they followed the woman, and they gave up everything for the chick, and they lost focus on what they were about and what they were doing and running back to women. That's all that was happening. And so this is why we say, like, most women, view men like this because most guys act like fucking losers. You understand? Like, what's funny? I noticed that there be times where I'll be, talking to women or trying to set a date up or trying to make something happen. And these women, they talk to me and they say, hey, how about you take me out to dinner? How about we do this or do that instead, right? You know why they're talking to me like that? Is because a lot of y'all niggas be taking these women out to dinner. A lot of y'all niggas be up there kissing these women asses and sucking their butt. So now when they come to real motherfuckers, with the bullshit that they are used to, the guys out there with that's doing the bullshit. Mm-hmm. So what happens is that most of these guys end up folding and they trade in their man card, understand, for some pussy ass shit. And it's terrible. But Steve, what's your thoughts on that shit?
Yeah, the toughest, like I say, the first season, the cool motherfucker that was smashing the women was all chill and shit. He had a little blimp of weakness because they had the feminine a little bit in the first season. We was asking her back, but after that, he was cool with the shit. He wasn't doing the shit he was doing in the second season. Second season, all he was doing was fantasizing about her. It seems like every time he saw her, he started crying and apologizing. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry. And then all of a sudden, when she runs into his partner, who's all caking her ass, this motherfucker got the nerve. That's like me, and no offense, I'm just giving an analogy. That's like me dating April, right? Then Lucario, you dating April, then I'm gonna have a powwow with you. Well, Lucario, you better not. What are your intentions with April? You better not hurt her feelings. You better not hurt her. She's a good person, and you better treat her right. I mean, who the fuck goes to another motherfucker to tell him how to be with another woman and shit? Lucario, how the fuck does that work?
And see, this is the crazy part. The funny part about the show was this, right? It's the fantasy of the woman, but the demise of the man. Meaning, and this is what I mean, the fantasy of the woman is to have this bad boy that she's attracted to only want to fuck with her and run to her and be only with her and see her as the only one, and that's it, right? Now, what happens is that it's the demise of the man, because in order to be that for that woman, that means you have to deny yourself. That means you have to basically disrespect who you are in order to get with the woman. Because all of the guys on the show disrespected themselves to get with the woman. The black guy disrespected himself because he was supposed to go overseas and do his job, and he stayed in the United States for the woman. who refused to follow him. At the end, she was about to follow him, and he still stayed for her, right? The bad boy disrespected himself because what he did was he started having a relationship with a woman he wasn't really into, right? Just because he felt like he needs to settle down and be like everybody else, right? And then he's running back to the chick he's fucking and thinking that that's gonna be this fairy tale situation. Then her perfect husband disrespected himself because he was out there fucking and doing all of this shit just to try to get over his wife, meaning he was like hurt. So he wasn't fucking women because he wanted to. He was fucking women to distract himself because he was hurt. You know what I'm saying? Then he started fucking with hoes because he was hurt. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. So all of these dudes are doing goofy ass shit because of the woman. Their actions were dictated because of how they were responding to the woman. And this is what, and women like this. Women like when guys fucking forget who they are for them. Because for a small amount of time, the woman could feel like she's getting what she wants. But see, if they was to actually have a sex life part 3, you would see that all of the women would at some point get tired of these niggas, start disrespecting these guys, because at a certain point, they're going to realize, damn, this guy changed his whole life up for me. This guy did everything for me. And then she's going to look at him like a sucker because she's like, wait a second. He's not the man that I was head over heels with, because check this out. This is what I want y'all to understand. In season 1, the reason why the chick liked the bad boy was because he was exciting and he was doing his own thing. In season 2, he's running back to her and he's all like, you know, switching up his shit for her, right? So as soon as you switch up your shit for her, you are no longer the guy she was feeling. That's the paradox of it. That is the paradox. A lot of you guys will get into relationships with women and you'll change who you are for the woman, then wonder why your woman disrespects you and don't want to really fuck with you. That's the paradox. It's crazy.
Right. Guys, y'all will call, the lines are open. If you got a question, please put a Q in there. But yeah, this is, you know, Lakari, I talked about it yesterday. The difference between the difference between book smarts and street smarts, or what game is. Because game came from the street. So a lot of these guys, like in sex life, a lot of these guys now, they're book smart people. They, you know, they think they accumulate game with academics and shit. And they think that just because they're really smart in school, that they can take that and bring that to the street and think a woman's going to respect them. And that's where they get ate the fuck up. Right. Women love guys that just do their thing. But see, a lot of guys don't even understand or comprehend do my thing, because their thing is what the woman wants them to be, just like these guys. Right. They look to the woman to determine what they are and their worth. And please understand this. You will fit her ideal thing that she wants, but not the thing that she needs. Remember, you'll be the guy that she will marry. You'll be the guy that she dates. Hell, she'll even give you a pinch of pussy. But after a while, she's going to come running back to us. She's going to say, you know what? You are the false, what, you know, you're my fairy tale from the book. You're my fairy tale, but fairy tales end, motherfuckers. And that's what happened with the woman. The fairy tale ended. But see, the guy, remember, for all you guys out there, it was a great lesson in the first season. Money. Oh, wait. There was a good part. Wait. No, fuck the first season. Let's go to the second season. All these YouTubers are always telling you about money, clothes, and status. Get your money up, get your thing right. And let's talk about the one woman we didn't mention, the one that went to the masseuse. There was this one woman, had the perfect life, perfect husband, had the clothes, the kids, the dog, the pie out the window. Everything was perfect. But she would run and go get a massage on the back end, getting her back blown out by a man, because what she says was, I thought I didn't like sex. No, it was the fact I didn't like to have sex with my husband. I had no idea what sex was about until I met a man who treated me like the slut and whore that I am. He didn't judge me. He just said, look, 4 o'clock massage, you either coming or you're not. Because if you ain't fucking, I'm going to pass that on to the next one. And she had to make a quick decision. She would go there to get fucked. And then she put on her little outfit of good wife and go back to her boring ass life, Lucario. And this is what a lot of y'all guys don't understand. Go ahead and get to see with your book smarts. You think you can use your book smarts, your money, your status, your degrees, your cars, your watches, and all that other stuff. That's not going to get it with you because the game is from the street. The game shows you to be about yourself. And that motherfucker in the massage place was fucking for free. He was, matter of fact, she was paying him for the massage, and he was fucking her as a gift.
Right.
Lakota, what say you, brother?
Exactly. And that's the thing that a lot of guys don't get. See, what was funny about these dudes out here, they always be, you know, for example, talking about, oh, I need a woman with a low body count. And, you know, I don't want my wife doing this or my girl doing that. And it's like, y'all niggas ain't got no fucking choice, bro. Y'all niggas, listen, let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. See, what a lot of these guys don't get is that the only reason that sometimes your woman ain't fucking another dude is because the other dude allowed your wife to go back home to you without him fucking her. Like he could have fucked her whenever he wanted. You understand what I'm saying? So the thing is, some dudes be giving you mercy. They like, look, I could fuck your bitch anytime I want. You understand what I'm saying?
Right.
Like this is the thing. So a lot of dudes, they don't get this. So they think that, and it's the funny part, like, so a lot of guys think, well, oh, you know, she's fucked up and she has a bad character and she's messed up and why would she do this and blah, blah, blah. No, it's not that. It's not that. It's just that you didn't understand women. You don't understand how much women love sex. You don't understand how women operate. And that's what I liked about the first season of Sex Life. Because the first season of Sex Life showed y'all niggas how women get down, how women be fantasizing about certain things, how women like to get fucked and all this other shit, right? Now, the second season, it just, you know, they try to wrap it up with some niceties and tried to make the women, you know, get what they want on the back end as far as a relationship is concerned, just to satisfy the female audience. But at the same time, the first season is really the one you got to pay attention to as far as showing how much women actually love sex and want to get shit cracking. So most of these guys out here are like the husband. Most of these guys are like the, you know, oh, I got my money, I got a good job. You know, I'm this upstanding citizen. So therefore, the woman that I'm with should just be satisfied all the way around. And that's not the issue. A lot of times, your woman might not be satisfied in bed because you're just not that guy. You don't give her that thing. But the other thing you do give her is the consistency. You give her the provisions, the protection, all that other stuff. And you give her that stuff, but you don't necessarily give her that thing that she really, really wants. Because if you think about it, at the end of the season 2, she left her husband still. Like they broke up because she wanted to be with the other dude, right? The problem with that, though, is that if we was to look beyond season 2, she's going to get tired of him also because the bad boy is essentially turning into her husband. He's turning into a lame like her husband. And that's what happened with a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys start to turn into the lame nigga, even if you are on that shit where you're doing your thing, because you do your thing and then a woman comes along and then you want to change up your whole entire identity because of the woman. And that's where you lose. You see what I'm saying?
Right. You can't, and this is an important part for most of y'all guys. And you know, they're always, and I said this yesterday on a show, card. There are always people that's going to tell you don't need dating coaches. Right. You know, dating coaches are terrible. But see, dating coaches, most of them come from the street where game is originated from. And most of you guys who are stuck in your books and everything, you can have all the book smarts you want. But when a woman realizes, like these women in Sex Life realize that y'all can't think quick on your feet, you don't have any social skills, you can't adapt, you're not creative, you can't walk away, you're not street about it, you ain't confident, you don't have independent thinking or anything like that, she's going to recognize you're just a dude, a dud that is from a just using your education. Education doesn't make her pussy wet. Right. Your education will get you the perfect job. And if you watch Sex Life, all these motherfuckers had perfect jobs. They had money. They were kicked the fuck up.
Mm-hmm.
But it did not matter to the woman, because what y'all don't understand, women don't even know what the fuck they want. But y'all are so busy trying to give them what you think they want versus being the need. See, the man that has game, or a man that's a student of the game, for those students of Lucario, those students of mine, they understand that I don't need to have money to get these women to want me, because you know what? If she wants a motherfucker with money, she'll go find the guy with money.
Right.
But she won't be fucking that guy the way she's gonna fuck me without my money. But
Right.
see, this is why when you see sex life guys, these guys are you. This is what we're talking about. That, especially that brother, that goofy motherfucker running behind that thin ass. That's disgusting. Hold on, we got a call. Yeah, we got a call. Let me bring him in. Area code 6609, sir. What's your question? What's up, sir?
Hello. Hey, how you guys doing today?
Chilling. What up?
Okay. First of all, before I ask my question, I want to say, Steve, thank you for saying what you're saying so much. Because if I'm being honest, having a dating coach like you guys been the best decision I made. Because of you guys, I save money and I save time, so I have time to really work on me. So that's first of all, right? So my question is, right, Mr. Lucario, you're always talking about how you should have influence over your women, right? I hear you say that in multiple videos. My question is, like, what do you mean when you say, like, influence? And could you give an example? I think I know what you mean, but I just want to make sure.
Yeah, basically influence is just you like upgrading her mindset and having her see things the way you see things. You understand? So right. So what it is that, for example, like if you have influence over your chick, right? And I was having a conversation with your woman, it should almost sound like I'm talking to you. You see what I'm saying? Because your mindset and the way you see things has rubbed off on her in a positive way to where she's been upgraded. Because understand this, when you deal with a woman, right? She can only see life through her point of view, right? So when she gets with you, right, you have another point of view that she will never have that you implement into her. This is why you lead her. This is why you guide her. You understand? And so what happens is that if you're not influencing your woman, then you're not going to actually have a good relationship, because then she's not going to really be submissive to you. She's not going to actually follow your lead. She's not going to be cooperative to you. And then it's like, what's the point of even having her there in the first place? Because then it's just friction. Then it's just, negative energy. So it doesn't even make sense. So the influence is just really you basically elevating and upgrading her mind so that, she goes down the right path with you when y'all are doing what you got to do.
Now, caller.
So basically,
caller.
Oh, sorry.
All right, caller. Do you want to know why the majority of you guys will never have influence over a woman?
Why?
Because you don't have influence over yourself, my brother.
That's a fact.
The only thing you can influence is your fucking dog to go chase that ball and come and sit and be by you. That's all you can influence. You cannot influence a woman because, again, most of you guys don't have game. And because you are not under a mentor with game to learn that the influence will never be with the woman. See, your problem is you're making it about the bitch. You like, how do you influence a woman? You see what I'm saying, caller? You've already failed because you're worshiping the woman and putting the woman first. A man doesn't look at a woman and says, how do I influence her? Because he doesn't give a fuck. Because he's influencing himself, which then influences the woman to want to be with him. You see what I'm saying, caller? Does that make any sense?
Nah, I do see what you're saying. Basically, are you saying is this, do what the fuck you want, and whatever bitch decides to come with you will come with you, like, in terms of that, and don't even worry about it.
Well, it's not, it's that, but are you willing to chin check her when she disrespects you? Are you willing to walk away if you don't get what you want? Are you willing to show? Are you willing to solve the thing? Are you willing to look 10 moves ahead to be able to lead her where you want to go because you want to go here? And I'm not talking about just getting her into bed, because y'all motherfucking see, you can tell a book smart guy because all you want to do is fuck. I want to influence her. I mean, you don't want a PlayStation, you don't want a flat screen TV, you don't want jewelry, Yeezys or Jordans, you don't want her cooking and cleaning for you. Pussy comes with all that shit. But when you don't have influence over yourself, you become influenced by the woman's influence. And that's just like with sex life. See, you guys without any with book smarts, that's all y'all have, because y'all look to books for answers that street game can give you. Books ain't give you the answers. Game gives you the answers. So with game shows you that a woman can't influence you. But when you won't have game, you will always be influenced by what? Lucario, her ass, her titties, her body, her lips, and all that stupid shit that she sucker y'all with. Lucario, what say you, man?
Right, because as soon as a guy doesn't have any influence over himself, then he's susceptible to follow what the woman is doing. And she sees that you don't have any influence over yourself because you're not influencing her. So then she just does what she does. And then a guy will follow her because he's thirsty for sex. And that's usually how most guys do it. Usually most guys are influenced by the woman, which is why most guys are doing what the woman wants. You understand? And then this is why you'll see guys being led by their women. This is why you see guys talk about, yeah, man, I had to sleep on the couch last night. You understand what I'm saying? Or I'm in the doghouse with my woman, because, they say all that goofy shit because they're being led by their women. And that's just how it works.
Okay. I totally understand it now. Thanks for the advice.
All right. Well, great.
Especially you, Steve.
Thank you. Great call, brother. We appreciate you. If you have a question, call back. Okay, man?
Okay.
All right. Thank you, sir. Great question. Guys, lines are open. Here's a guy asked a question. He says, Mr. Carter, does season 2 prove monogamy doesn't exist?
I mean, it's not necessarily, well, monogamy is a social construct. It's something that people can do if they want to do it. But either way, people want to fuck multiple people, period. That's all it is. That's reality. That's like, see, that's the thing that people don't get. Like, see, there's reality, and then there's like the illusions that we want to put over ourselves in life. You understand? Because just because a guy and a woman are monogamous doesn't mean they're in some sort of force field. You understand what I'm saying? I can get at any dude's chick who he's with. So does it matter? You know what I'm saying? Like, that you're monogamous or not? Now it's up to her to make the choice if she wants to fuck with me. But her choice of wanting to fuck with me actually has nothing to do with their monogamy. It has to do with everything of what she wants. That's what Sex Life showed you in the first season. The woman was monogamous with her husband, but she went and cheated on her husband with the ex because she had the desire to keep fucking with her ex. So it was her own selfish desire to want to be with that other man. It's almost like she's drawn to it. And this is what a lot of guys don't get. And this is what scares a lot of dudes. A lot of guys don't get that when a woman wants it, it's almost like she can't help herself. It's like Stevie talk about this. You say, you want to be the drug. It's like you're her drug. She's hooked on you. She was hooked on the bad boy in the show. She was so hooked on him that she's fantasizing about him to the point where she had to go and seek him out. You understand? Like, she needed him like she needed oxygen. You understand? And that's the type of shit that'll happen. And this is why a lot of guys be like, I want a girl with a low body count, because maybe if you have a low body count, that means she ain't gonna cheat on me, blah, blah, blah. Niggas is scared out here. And the thing is that they're scared because what happens is that when she wants it, she's gonna go and get it and make it happen. And there's nothing you can do about that. That's the crazy part.
Yeah, and John, here's a problem, brother. Again, you can always tell that you're coming from the book smart side of the thing, because you're trying to box women in by talking about, does this prove monogamy doesn't exist? See, when you have game, you don't give a fuck about the word monogamy because you exist. And see, when you exist, it doesn't matter, because y'all don't understand what game comes free will. And with free will is a thing that gives loyalty. See, we can fuck a lot of women, but a woman can be loyal to us. But this goes back to why Lucario and I tell these women to fuck their men, because even though they have a man, they want to be loyal to us. But we as men have to force them to fuck their husbands and their boyfriends and go out on dates and be with you. Go live your life. Don't make it all about me. But see, where y'all go wrong is y'all, because you're looking at the world through books and not game, you're trying to mathematically trying to solve it in your head like a math problem, a science problem, or a history problem by saying, well, I watched this movie, so does that mean, does that prove monogamy doesn't exist? Motherfucker, it's just one movie. It's a TV script of a show. But when you're blind to the game, you're going to automatically assume, and this is what y'all do with YouTubers, you take everything as what it is. But when you at game, like Lucario and I are doing, we can watch these movies, dissect it, and teach you lessons with game on how to live your life. So don't look at a movie that's a script and say, well, because these women are this way, monogamy doesn't exist. Because you can have women who have men that are loyal to you. You can have women that are married or living with somebody and they are still loyal to your dick. Lucario, what are you, brother?
This dude in the chat at 1229 or 1129, he said polygamy crumbles when children come into the picture. Hold on, hit him with the button. The number here.
Oh my God.
Bro, listen, I know people personally who are married in polygamous marriages who have multiple children. What are you talking about? See, y'all be just talking shit on the internet because y'all not out here living real life.
Theory. Yeah, this comes from the books, Lucario. Theory. See, y'all can always tell y'all when y'all ain't gamed up. And here's the thing, women can also tell.
Right.
Y'all, that's got to be the dumbest statement. I'm sorry, Lucario. Go ahead, my brother.
Right. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, see, and that's the thing. What is the correlation? So, Joseph, hit us up. Call us, 833-859-8744. Tell us what is the correlation. Because dudes just be saying shit. You understand what I'm saying? Because what does that have to do with anything? You see what I mean? Like, there's no correlation to that. So call up 833-859-8744. Guys, call up and let's get it cracking. You know what I'm saying?
I got another question here. Why we hate? Okay, all right. Again, Lodi, let me explain something to you, my brother. I think you are misinterpreting things because, again, you're not seeing that somebody is saying to you, I'm not good enough. And because I'm not good enough, I'm going to go to Mars and find a green bitch to make me feel like I'm good enough. What you don't understand, my young man, is that I have no problem. Let that motherfucker go to Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. But what they're doing is, and I got a problem is that they're trying to influence you sucker, you book thinking motherfuckers, that these women in the USA are bad. These women are terrible. These women have attitudes, and you can't find that. So go to a third world country where they have no fucking, damn near no water, no lighting. Shit's all fucked up and be in a fucked up ass area. So what? A woman can mush you in your face, disrespect you, act like she's a goddamn thug coming from one of the chick. Yeah. Hey, all the whole time why don't you ask your boy if he was gamed up? Why was he calling that bitch his traveling agent? They should have said, this is my girl. And while we traveling, look, she's on my dick. But if you take a moment, because 1950 did it and Lucario did it. Right. Why don't you get your fucking feminine feelings out and look at the script? He was like this. This was a script. Okay. And action. See that, guys? She gave me a cup of water. Oh my God. The black and white and Asian women of America would never give me a cup of water. Oh, wait. And action. See that, guys? She's making me a dinner. And you book smart, dumb motherfuckers fall for the okie doke all the time, Lucario. What say you, brother?
That's funny. See, y'all disrespecting the game talking about pulling dimes. Nigga, you don't pull dimes by paying for them. That's not how you pull dimes. Okay? You don't pull dimes by paying, bro. This is what y'all don't get. This is like, I don't understand. Like, like niggas on YouTube be on the slow bus. Like they're on the short bus. They I don't know what is wrong with these motherfuckers. Like, how you pulling dimes, but you paying and you gotta fly to another country, bro. You have to go to another country. Like, does that even like compute to motherfuckers? Like, does that even compute? Like, if I have to go somewhere else to get a woman, and not only when I go there, I have to pay the woman when I get there. Like I don't know how much loser shit you got to do before niggas understand this loser shit. It's like crazy.
Right. But let me say something before we lay in the RJ's loser ass and shit. Now, real quick, before you do with the passport, there's two things you need to understand. If you pay attention of the women that go out with these guys, they travel with these guys because if they had these guys in their village, they would probably get kicked out of the village. You don't understand how things work. These women are telling, the parents are saying, or the husbands, I'm sorry, oh, you didn't think that. See, in those places, being messing with a married women over there, you can go to jail. That's some serious shit.
Right.
So what husbands will do, they will send their wives out for you dumb fucking suckers. Start messing around. She'll be like, oh, well, I'm married. Well, guess what? You're gonna have to pay this fine, or we're gonna tell the police you're messing with a married woman. See, y'all don't even understand that y'all suckers in this shit. But anyway, now RJ again, guys, book smarts. This is what I keep telling you. When a motherfucker it comes from the school of the education and not the school of the street or game, they've got to come up with a mindset that says, okay, I ain't shit. I'm not creative. I'm not fun. I'm not exciting. I'm not even a man. But instead of looking in the mirror, why not look out of the window and say modern women? Or women. No, it's not modern women. You're a modern male.
Right.
Women have never changed. It's you. You are the problem. Lakari would say you want that silly shit before we get to the next one.
Because remember, when you talk, you really projecting about yourself. So you're just saying that these women is not trying to do nothing for you. It's all right though, guys. Listen, it's okay. Like, listen, you gotta understand something, man. Don't complain because you listen. You get what you give. So because you guys is giving bullshit to the game, that's what you're gonna get back. That's all it is. So which character would you most be if you had to pick one for the series? That's what I'm saying. None of them. That's what I'm saying.
Mario, you don't see this. Why are you trying? See, again, book smart. You're trying to force something in a box for you to understand, but what your understanding is, Lucario will be Mr. Lucario in the fucking show. Right. He would not be any of these motherfuckers because he'd be fucking all these motherfuckers in that motherfucking show. Right. Why would we want to be a character when we're a man? Why would we want to be an actor when we can be a man? It doesn't make any sense.
It's crazy. And guys, you gotta understand. Remember, like, you have to understand that the people who make these shows, right? They're making them for a reason, in the sense of trying to, put a certain thing out. Now, I was actually glad that they did it in season 1 the way they did it, because I was like, oh, they trying to slip in some real shit. I was like, okay, they trying to slip in some real shit, but then they had to wrap it up on season 2 with some bullshit. That's what like I really wish they didn't even have a season 2. They should have just ended that season 1. That would have been the end of it and finished, done, because they didn't need that out of the bullshit, because it fucking negated all the real shit from season 1. And so the thing is that, a lot of guys out there, the reason why y'all don't understand some of this stuff is because y'all are not out here living real life. Like, me and Steve live real life. Like, we actually are out here doing shit, meeting women, getting shit cracking, and shit goes down like that. So we're trying to get you guys to understand. But see, when you live on the internet and you watch a lot of videos and about, from guys who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, or who aren't out there, right? And they're talking to other guys who don't know what the fuck is going on, right? Then you got all this confusion, right? And so the thing is that when you're confused like this, that's not going to help you in your real life to make shit happen the way you want it to go.
And that's why y'all connect so much to the guys that don't have game, because you're coming from a book smart perspective. Listen to a book smart motherfucker giving you theory on what he thinks game is, or what he thinks women are. And the funny thing about it is most of these guys don't even go out of their house.
Right.
They don't even go out of their house, but they say, okay, well, I see a woman. Oh, she looks like she has an attitude. So let me go to YouTube and say, see, this is why you should not date and go and da-da-da-da-da-da-da. And that's because book smart motherfuckers will follow book smart motherfuckers, but they will run away from game motherfuckers because game motherfuckers force you to look at yourself.
Exactly.
The book people force you to look at women as the enemy. Everything that's wrong in your life is always wrong. It's a fucking woman that's doing it. And even those women that were doing all the shit they were doing and shit, who says they're not allowed to? She's allowed. That one black chick, what did she do? She was fucking one white dude. She fucking Mexican dude. She fucked a couple. The next day she fucking another. She was doing all that fucking. The question is why aren't you guys doing all this fucking?
Exactly.
It doesn't make any sense because these women are giving up the pussy.
Exactly, because a lot of these dudes out here be sounding weirdo, like on some weirdo shit. They be like, "Yo, these women shouldn't be out here doing that, and that's messed up, and that's nasty." And they're like it's like, bruh, don't you like to fuck? I thought you wanted to get some pussy. So if you want to get some pussy, what you complaining about a chick giving some pussy away? Like I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? So it's like dudes is weirdos with that shit. But again, that comes from guys who don't have any experience. Because if you had experience, you would understand how much women like to fuck, how quickly they will fuck you. You understand how many times they want to do it. Some chicks will just come over just to get some dick in the middle of the night and then go home. This is how bad they want it. So I understand with these dudes.
And think about it, guys. And it's just to be honest. Again, we're not here to knock you. You just got to be honest with yourselves. Why are you losing? Because you're not a student of the game. And what women see is that you don't know how to network, street networking. We ain't talking about, well, my name is Ron and I'm a Pisces and I went to Harvard and I've got my doctorate, and they don't want to hear that shit.
Right.
They want a motherfucker that can talk them out they pussy, that can make them feel comfortable and not judge them, saying, look, I don't give a fuck what you doing. Hey, look, this is what it is, what you want to do, and we good. But see, when you're book smarts, you want to, well, how you doing? What do you do for a living? And when was your last boyfriend? And you want to tippy-toe around shit because you don't understand how game works. Book smarts and street smarts are two totally different avenues in which you guys out here are still in your book side, because most of you, hey, you watch us, you watch the car, you watch me, and y'all bird watch. And then you try to take crumbs from the bird watching and try to use that and mix that with your book smarts, and you fail. Because they're two totally different. Lakari, what say you, brother?
Right. And that's the thing. A lot of these dudes, unfortunately, they're going to fuck up in this game because they're not actually adhering to what real game is. They're listening to a bunch of bullshit, and then they take that as the way that they see the world. So this is why you got guys out here talking about, yo, man, never get married and never date single moms. And, if a chick has this amount of body count, and I'm like, nigga, you guys sound like internet nerds. Like you guys have never really been out here in these streets dealing with women for real. You see what I'm saying? Like a lot of these dudes, it's funny because I'm like, yo, you're gonna lose heavy. You're gonna lose heavy because you're not gonna be able to get any chicks because you don't know how to attract them. If you do get a chick, you're not gonna know what to do because you never had a chick, and then you're gonna be losing the women, and then you're gonna be upset, and then you're gonna fucking call yourself MGTOW red pill some shit because you don't know what the fuck is going on. You see what I'm saying? Like they're crazy.
And I appreciate the thought here, AB, but here lies the problem in what you're saying. You're saying what not to do when it comes to the game. How do you know what the fucking game is? This is what it blows my mind. You're not gamed up. So why do you guys from the book, see, y'all guys look at books just like the game from Neil Strauss. You think the game is a book. So technically, as I said before last night, Lucario, this is what they do from the book side. And they will read a book to learn how to drive a car. Game puts you 10 toes down in that fucking vehicle, driving that bitch at night on a hill in the rain during rush hour traffic, learning how to maneuver the car. You can't learn how to drive a car by reading a book, sir. And you don't learn game by watching a show to think that if I watch this show, this is going to teach me game. Because as soon as you do that shit and you get around a woman, you automatically lose because you're worshiping the bitch, man. So you're just failing on this stuff. Y'all stop using words as game. If you're not 10 toes down on the street, if you're not learning from a player, a Mac, a baller, a hustler, a pimp, or a motherfucker like Lucari that's a man or a gigolo, you are fucking up because that you're not learning anything. If you're learning from a motherfucker that got his doctorate, his master's degree, he's educated and all that shit, he's just giving you theory. That's it. Lucari, what's say you, man?
Yeah, the thing is, you gotta come to the guys that actually know the game to learn the game. So you can watch the show, but you still gonna miss the what's going on because you don't know what you don't know. So
right,
you would need a person like us to interpret what you're seeing. You see what I'm saying? That's the part that y'all don't get. But see, that's because you're not living in real life. You have to live in real life to even understand what you just saw. That's why it's funny. A lot of dudes actually didn't like the show Sex Life the first season. They was mad. It was like, look at this whore. How's she gonna? You see, that's how these women are with their hypergamous nature and all of that bullshit. They was tight. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah. Because they don't understand. They really don't understand. It's
right.
crazy.
It doesn't. Again, the book contradiction.
Mm-hmm.
How is it that you can talk about whores and fucking and all and judge them for all the fucking, but yet when you meet a woman that you don't even know, the first thing you want to do is fuck her. Mm-hmm. So it doesn't understand. It's how can you tell? How can you tell which people are teach? Well, okay. It's very easy. Okay, think about this. All right. If they are complaining, bitching, whining, and moaning and blaming women, they are not teaching you game. Mm-hmm. Game teaches you to have, a book can't teach you this. Game teaches you to have this thing called social skills. Right. Game teaches you how to be adaptable. Game teaches you how to be creative. Game teaches you how to be able to negotiate and work and learn how to talk and communicate yourself. Game teaches you street awareness, independent thinking, not worrying and caring. You can't get that from a fucking book. The only thing you can get from a book is, remember, and this is what I keep telling y'all, this is where y'all fuck up, and this is where game comes in at. See, the ones that follow Lucario, that has Lucario's book, and the ones that's going to follow me when my book comes out, the reason why y'all going to win is because if you read somebody's book and you don't have that mentor there to fill in the spaces in which you don't understand. Oh, wait a second. Oh, wait, let's hold on. Let me mute him. Hold on 1 second, sir. Well, give us 1 second, sir. If you don't have that, what we're saying to you guys is this. If you're reading something because you ain't gamed up, you're going to put your interpretation and fill in what you think the answer or the reply is. Thus, the book has failed you. But when you're a student of the game, you can read Lucario's How to Have Sex with Two. Was it How to Have Sex with Two Women?
Right.
Lucario, you can read that book, and whatever you don't understand, instead of putting in your loser thought in that motherfucker, you go to the fucking source and be like, Lucario, I want to get some coaching. I'm reading this part of the book. I don't understand. And then Lucario gives you understanding. That's what makes a book good. Because most of you guys have tons of books, Lucario, in your house right now on shit you trying to do, and you have never solved it because you have failed because you put your thinking in there. Lucario, you want to say anything before we bring the caller in?
No, just you definitely said it. The guys who are complaining, bitching, and moaning, they not teaching you no game. But yeah, we can take the call real quick.
All right, caller, what's your question, brother? What's up? 469.
I was gonna say these motherfuckers are. You're right, dude. These guys are like a woman support battered group, dude. They're victimizing themselves. They're like, oh, we need to talk about these women. They always complain about women. They probably catch a comment
with occult motherfucking actions, dude. So you're right. These guys fucking make me sick, dude. And I'm not gonna say anything, but the female nature guy, that guy's a fucking dork pansy. If there was like an emergency, that guy would cry for help from a fat cop. I know it, dude. That guy's a pussy, dude.
Right, and you know what? And thank you, brother. We'll throw you back. And then one thing again that game teaches you that y'all understand is that you can take game and get a job. See, the thing y'all understand, you can't take book smarts and put it on the street, but you can learn the street game and you can influence people to hire you even in job. See, game, like Carl always tell you, and I tell you, game is everything. Yeah, when you learn game, you can take what you know from the streets and bring it into the corporate world and move up the ladder. You get quicker jobs. You influence people faster versus the guy that's using it. You book smarts, Lucario, they live on their resume. They're like, where they live on their resume and they say, oh my God, look at that guy next to me. He's dressed better than me. He looks like he's smarter than me. I'm not going to get this job, right? But when you gamed up, you know you got the job. You go to the motherfucker, you like, I don't give a fuck if I'm wearing some Kmart clothes. I'm going to get this job because I'm going to influence that motherfucker across from me to hire me and not give a fuck about my resume. Lucario, what say you, brother?
Yeah, the thing is, you know, again, with a lot of these guys, because they don't understand game, right? They are in situations where they're not actually going to make things happen the way they want it to happen. Then when it doesn't happen, that's when they want to complain and bitch and moan. You understand what I'm saying? So that's the thing right there. It's crazy how that shit goes down. You feel what I'm saying? But guys, call in 833-859-8744. 833-859-8744 is the number. Call in if you have a question. Put a Q in the chat, and we'll get to your question and make that shit go down. Yeah, man.
Yeah,
but
absolutely. You know, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You good. You good.
Oh yeah, I'm just guys. Put a Q. Ask your questions. And we got y'all. And this is what we're saying to you guys as far as understanding. See, book smart people are always going to be thinking about other men and other things. They're never going to ask any questions about themselves, to work on themselves, to get understanding of themselves so they can show women why they should be understanding them. See, the thing in that sex life thing is that you guys are these guys. You guys worship women. You're afraid to walk away from women. Even though that sucker, what was that Middle Eastern dude? Remember the Middle Eastern dude? Okay, so he saw a girl, all he was doing was kissing her ass and all this shit, right? And then wait, so then guys, let me shock y'all. See, when y'all think about hurricanes, guys, let me show y'all an analogy. That would be a great Lucario analogy. A hurricane has what is called a dirty side, okay? Which there's a front end and there's a dirty side. So the problem is that what women will do is they will put up a front and show you the best parts of themselves, and they will hide the dirty side on the back end.
Right.
So once that woman got cool with that Middle Eastern guy, she said, "Okay, let's start hanging out with my kids." And guys, don't do that shit. You don't have to do that shit. Hold on. Oh fuck, we got a call. Let me bring the call in. Hold on a second. It's not popping up. Where is the? Oh, here it comes. Here it comes. Eric code 559, sir. How can we help you, sir? What's up?
Yo, Steve. Lucario.
Yes, sir. What's your question?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. What's up, brother?
Yeah. So, Steve, you said that the way we can tell a channel that don't have no game is when they cry and complain about women, and that's all we got going on right now. So I'm trying to figure out, Lucario, why didn't you call out Fresh and Fit when they don't have no game and they teach them how to complain about bitches?
Well, wasn't I on Fresh and Fit?
Yeah, I'm saying, like, you didn't call them out for saying that they complain about bitches when that's all they're doing is complaining about women. Like, that's bullshit.
Listen to the question I'm asking you. Was I on Fresh and Fit?
Yeah.
Exactly. So what do I talk about?
Game.
Well, yeah. Hey, damn, I ain't gonna lie to you. Yeah, you tied my ass up.
Exactly. So what the fuck are you talking about? That's what I'm saying. Like, see, you do.
What I'm saying, now, Lucario, still though, you could be like, hey, bro, like y'all are preaching now to complain about bitches.
Caller.
Do they not complain about bitches on there?
No, caller. Let me explain something. Just like Lucario went
Oh, did you freeze? Or did I freeze?
Did we freeze? We good? You see
Oh,
me,
no,
Lucario?
I
Okay. All right, yeah, 5551. Listen to me. I mean, 559. Listen to me. You're missing again. You're missing a point. Okay, listen. There is a thing called tact. When you're invited somewhere, you're not supposed to yell and scream at the host. You can show what you are by just being what you are, and that's where you're missing the point. You don't do okay. Should I, if you invite me over to your house, how would you feel if I walked in with dirty ass shoes and say, God damn, this couch is raggedy. Why don't you have a leather couch? God damn, what's up with these things over here? Why don't you change these spoons over here? Why is your carpet all this way? So what would you say to me? Motherfucker, get the fuck out, right? Right?
Yeah, I would.
Right. So you're not looking at it the right way. Lucario ain't trying. Listen, Lucario's a fucking man, a smart man, a businessman, but he's a man first.
Mhm.
And he knows that, listen, I don't need to challenge anybody. I just need to show people there's another way of looking at things.
Right. It's the same. And that's the thing you're not getting, caller. What you got to understand is that I am the game. So what is said there is already said there. That's what bro.
Right.
We dropped that mic.
Hey, I respect it though. Hey, like I said, like y'all motherfuckers got me like doing shit I never imagined I would have thought. So I'm not coming at y'all. I'm just trying to figure out. But I respect that shit though. You know, you going on there, you're not letting what they doing represent you. I feel that. And they was in the comments and they feel it's the whole show.
Well, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? So
right, because they were okay.
But you got to understand, caller. This is the thing. You got to understand that that's their show, though.
That's their show, exactly.
So when we're doing our show, we're talking about the ideas about what it is when it pertains to game. So when they invite me to the show, right? That's because they want the game on the show. That's the whole point. You see what I'm saying? Just like before they did Fresh and Fit, we used to so-called In the Game podcast where me and Miles, Fresh, and Myron was on the show talking about that stuff. That's what we're trying to understand, bro.
Right. So
all right, for sure.
Yeah.
Hey, one last thing though. Hey, I'm glad you went on there though, because a lot of motherfuckers are gonna come to hear once they realize that real shit. But I was just like, man, these motherfuckers on here crying and shit. Like I can't watch like 5 minutes of that show. So I was trying to figure out what was going on. But hey, I respect that shit though.
Okay. All right, well, we'll throw you back in. Great question. Okay, my brother?
All
right, thank you. Respect. All right, guys, lines open if y'all want to call in. But getting back to it, we're just saying, you guys, you got questions, please put a Q in there. Let me make sure we got all the questions in the car. If I didn't, please let me know where at and we'll go. But yeah, most of y'all don't understand that Lucario and men like Lucario, 50 Miles, and all these men, Zach, myself, we're an anomaly. We're outside the norm, okay?
Right.
And when you go into a lion's den, you don't fucking try to fight the lions that's in the den. You just try to show those that want to seek information that there's a different way of seeing things. See, remember, book smarts in theory come from, and that's why the PUAs were doing so well, because they would take what they thought was game. You know, they would do an Elvis Presley. They would go to the streets. They would get around a bunch of black motherfuckers, pick up a few things, and then mash that with book smarts to come up with systematic thinking and thought process that came up with negging and all that silly shit to connect with those who had book smarts who didn't even know there was a thing such as game. So there was a connection there. So then when you are a game and you come in there and they have taken little bits from you, those people would think that you're the fake one and you can't be real. I mean, what do you mean? What do you mean standing on your square and putting 10 toes down and shit like that? What does that even mean? But I can understand the base times height divided by pi, which has a square root of 3.14. I mean, that's how y'all thinking. So y'all, Lucario ain't trying to change anything. He's just the thing. He's game.
Right.
Lucario,
and see, also people don't understand this. Game involves everything. That's the part that y'all get. So the thing is that if you're in a situation, right, where you're like, for example, he brought up the Fresh and Fit. right?
We'll let you finish. Wait, hold on 1 second. We'll mute you. Hold on 1 second, sir.
All right, so just real quick. So you brought up the fresh and fit situation. Is that in any situation that you're in, right? You got to make sure that the situation rolls smoothly so that you can actually get to the point where you're achieving the goal in the situation. So the goal in the situation is to bring the game to a wider audience. You feel what I'm saying? Nobody's there to debate nothing. You feel what I'm saying? The game doesn't have to be debated. You understand? Because the game is undebatable. You don't have to debate. There's nothing to debate about the game. You know what I'm saying? But let's go. We go to the.
And last thing to say, if y'all watch Lucario with that panel, Lucario was motherfucking Lucario from the beginning of the show to the end. And then, hey, look, instead of everybody asking questions, they were deep beaming on Lucario because they couldn't understand a motherfucking standing on his motherfucking square. All right, but let's bring in 412, sir. How can we help you, sir? What's up?
Hey, Steve, this is Sushi.
All right, goodbye, Sushi. I'm sorry, buddy. Don't call. We don't talk to y'all no more. We no, goodbye, Sushi, man. Come on, man.
Really?
Don't call the show, man. No. Let's bring in 954. 954, sir. How can we help you, sir? What's up?
Hey, how you doing? How you doing, Steve? How you doing, Mr. Lucario?
Good, sir. What's going on with you, sir? What's going on?
Yeah. I was just I'm calling today based off what the last guy that spoke on the phone was talking about. I actually discovered Miles and Lucario on Fresh and Fit. It was the episode I did with
wonderful.
Right, that's what's up. He's still there? Oh shit, I think he froze again, I think. Hold on. Hold up. Oh, did you do
they went on the show?
Yeah, we can hear
I
you.
noticed that sometimes they don't agree to everything. Like the chat even came at Lucario for having an open relationship with his wife. And you should have seen all the comments and all the questions and all the comments that these guys were saying. I'm like, yo, these guys just don't get it. Like these guys, they come on the show, they have their own different perspective of how they want their relationship to be. And even though Lucario and Miles didn't agree,
why does this shit keep freezing on me?
you know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know why it keeps doing that. Yeah. Oh no. But that's the point we're trying to make is that when Mr. Lucario goes on a show or I go on a show, we're just showing you what there's a different thought. We're not trying to change your perception. We're not trying to change your reality. But when you start to think and question things, then that's going to draw you over and say, okay, well, let me check this out. Let me kick these tires over here. And then when you kick those tires over here, you're going to say, wait a second. Whoa, these guys are doing something a little bit different, which brought you over there, big dog. But Lucario, what say you, sir?
Right. And also you got to understand that people are at different levels of thinking or different levels of awareness. So you can't, there's certain things that dudes are not going to get that we're saying till later on. You see what I'm saying? And that's the thing. So, you know, we're like Mr. Miyagi. We telling niggas to wax on and wax off. And they think, why we got to watch this car? You understand? You're trying to explain to them like, this is what you got to do. So the problem is that a lot of guys, you got to understand that they're at a certain level of thinking or a certain level of awareness. So they have to be raised up to it. You understand? It's like we're speaking a different language. Just like when I was in college, I remember I took a Spanish class. I never forget it. I go in there, the teacher speaking 95, 98% Spanish. And I said, bro, I don't understand what you're saying. He said, don't worry about it. He said, I got to speak this way so that you can catch up to the level of understanding the language. And it's the same concept. So the thing is that a lot of these dudes, they're not going to get it because they're not there yet. So they got to get there first in order to get it. So I can tell them certain things on their level for them to get it, but they have to get there to the point where they're really, really going to understand it, because it's like ignorant, you know, certain people are ignorant to certain things. So when you're ignorant to certain things, it's going to sound crazy or it's going to sound weird to you, and then you're going to miss the whole lesson. But this is why you have an open mind and actually give yourself to the game so that you can really get it. That's the problem with a lot of guys. They don't actually want to have an open mind and actually give themselves to the game because they think they know better already. They think they know everything. And then that's where they be fucking up. It's terrible.
Yeah, that is true because before I started watching you guys, like I said, I was all into the just red pill content. You know what I mean? I was watching Kevin Samuels, Fresh and Fit, and all these other red pill content. And then once I seen you guys, that's why it basically changed my whole mindset. You know what I mean? Like I think of things differently now. You know what I mean? Like, I had to be one of those guys that's like, oh, why she flaking? I can't believe she like, bro. And I was just upset at the fact that the girl flaked on me. So now I'm like, man, she flaked, man, fuck it. But I'm just gonna go holler at another bitch. Like that's my whole mindset now. And I like to thank you guys for just changing my mindset to seeing.
No, you changed your mindset. We didn't change your mindset for you did it. See, don't give us the credit. You did it by See, you created through the book learning a non-conventional, a conventional way of thinking because it was regurgitated. If you go and listen to anybody over there, all they do is regurgitate the same things over and over and over again, and they don't teach you anything about setting your crib up, how to talk to a woman, where you should talk to her, why you should talk to her. But they're always problematic. So with like Lucario or myself and men, a few like us, we're unconventional fucking solutions. We're not unconventional problems. We solve shit versus keeping these young men in a victim mentality. So with Lucario as a solution-based man coming around a bunch of victims, they're not going to like him just based off of what he's saying, because why aren't you crying? Why aren't you complaining? Why aren't you regurgitating? Hey, what do you mean the game is the truth is inside me? What the fuck does that shit mean? Exactly. That doesn't make fucking sense.
True.
Right.
True. Yeah, I respect you guys. I'm gonna just keep watching. I'm already in Bad Boys membership. I'm about to join the Masculine Identity membership soon.
Good.
I respect you guys, and I'm gonna definitely get some coaching soon for you guys.
Good.
Right?
Great job, sir. Great job. All right, we'll throw you back in, brother. Great call.
Yeah.
And I think Miles said only one. It does see that what y'all understand is Lucario and I don't need hundreds and thousands of people. We only need a few because it's the few that's going to get it all. The few is going to get it all. Please understand that. It's not about numbers and subscriber counts. It's about those that are worthy of the information to go out there and take it all, man. Take it all, man.
Right, and that's a fact, and this is what guys are gonna understand is that the game ain't for everybody. I remember Steve said that a long time ago, and I was like, "Yo, that's the realest shit ever," because most guys aren't even worthy of the game because they're not gonna be really adhering to it to do what they really need to do to make shit happen. You understand? Most guys they're gonna just stay where they're gonna be at, and it just is what it's gonna be. They're gonna be the ones that are going to get used, that's going to submit to the woman, that's going to go the way that she wants it to go, that's going to be complaining about chicks for the rest of their life. It just is what it is. That's part.
Again, give you an example. Tonight, Lucario, I'm doing the Easter game. Nobody talks about fucking Easter. I'm going to show you motherfuckers now how to use Easter to turn it so sexual to hook her into you. But see, that's game. That's unconventional. That's solution. You see what I'm saying? That's how things go. Sleeping with 2 women a day. That's out of the box. It's an unconventional solution. It's a simple way. But see, the reason why for a lot of you guys it's odd to you is because your mind is trying to make a shift from book theory to actual street game. So in between that, it's hard to make a shift from something you've always believed in, because then you start to question yourself saying, well, wait a second. You mean all this time I was gullible? All this time I believed these bullshit? So it's a lot of depth in this shit. Hold on, let me see. Let's bring in this caller right here. Area code, I don't have your number. I think 46, I don't know. What's your question, brother? What's up?
I forgot to ask you guys a question. My question tonight is when like a cousin or like my mom, for instance, they're grieving, they just lost somebody. How do you support like a loved one or like a close friend when they're grieving? You guys have answers
Well,
for
you
everything. I
just
think
tell
it's
them you're
game.
sorry. You just hug your mother,
Right.
tell them you love
Yeah.
her, and say if there's anything I can do for you, let me know. That's all you.
Right.
That's all you can do, brother.
That's it.
What do you guys do? How do you guys help
Hug your
people with
mother,
grievance?
tell her
You
you're
guys got-
sorry, and tell her what can I do to make you feel better. I'm here. The door's always open. If you
Right.
need, call
Man,
me.
See, I told you, game has answers for everything.
You
Job
goddamn
interviews,
right.
this stuff.
All right. I
Hey,
thank you.
kind of weird question, but it's
No.
important.
And let me explain something. Wait. Thank you. Let me explain something that game is about. That which y'all just heard. See, the thing that for a lot of you guys understand is that game teaches you to think off your feet.
Right.
Why do y'all think we are the only ones on YouTube that you can challenge us with anything a woman says, and not only will we have the answer, but we know exactly where to lead her. See, that's what y'all guys need to start doing to these book motherfuckers. Challenge them. Ask them a question. What would you do? And if they turn it around and say, I wouldn't do it because these women ain't shit, then there's your answer. Real motherfuckers think on their feet 25 hours a day, 8 days a week. Lucario, what say you?
That's real shit though. That's what I'm saying. Like, because even when we do these shows, man, it's like, people call up and ask us real questions about real life shit, and on the spot we let them know what it is, right?
Boom.
So most people can't do that. You understand what I'm saying? And if they do try to do that, they'll just tell you some shit like, oh yeah, well, women, their hypergamous nature is gonna make them get with the guy with more money, and that's all they're gonna tell you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. That's why remember guys, a few weeks ago, remember we told y'all to challenge Lucario and I with stuff, and we was hitting it right, boom, 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 boom. Because that's what street game teaches you. Book game is gonna say, well, I don't know. So I don't want to look stupid. So I'm going to blame women to cover everything up. So just remember, like I was saying before that caller comes in, there is a moment that you are going to feel something about yourself. And remember, two things can occupy one area. Theory and game cannot occupy the same space because they're two totally different sides of the spectrum. And that's why, gentlemen, it's important to decide what you want to do and why you want to do it. Because, guys, I am telling you, we're in the 3rd month of the 14th day in the year 2023. Y'all are getting older and y'all are not learning. And soon enough, all those theory guys, suicidal, what is that? Those things where they try to dress, what do they call those things where they get those midlife crises? They have all this stuff. But Lucario, how old are you?
Wait, say that again?
How old are you, Lucario?
41.
Not one midlife crisis in sight. And when Lucario's 51, no midlife crisis. 61, no midlife crisis. 81, no midlife crisis, no suicidal thoughts, just fucking women and doing this thing. That's what we're trying to prevent you guys to do that. But if you watch that book shit, one day you're going to realize, oh my God, what have I been doing with my life? I've been following some young people that I don't know. Not to talk about Fresh and Fit. There's a lot of young people out here trying to teach you a shit, telling you, don't listen to these old motherfuckers. What do these old motherfuckers know? You know what I mean, Lucario?
Right. No, that's what happens. It's like, look, man, see, you got to look at the track record, bro. We've been doing this shit forever.
Ever.
And so you got all these people out here talking about, oh, you guys dating coaches obsolete and this and that. And I'm like, bro, like this shit has been going on. The game never stops. The game is always here. It is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. So, either you're going to have to get with it or get left behind.
Yeah. Lucario, I always tell guys, for those religious aficionados, Eve had game, motherfucker. Eve game Adam ass up. Right. So y'all got to understand, this has been going on for a long motherfucking time. And the reason why y'all don't understand it is because you don't understand yourself. But here's the thing. Game is terrible. Fuck game. It's old and obsolete. So what he's saying is this. Are you old and obsolete? Because all we are teaching you is to discover yourself. So how can what we're doing a bad thing? How is it what we're doing obsolete when we're showing you that you are more than what the fuck you think you are? How the fuck does that even work, Lucario?
Right, exactly. But see, it comes from the fact that they don't understand what game is in the first place. So I hear a lot of these dudes, they be like, oh, game is just about, trying to trick women in the bed or some stupid shit like that. I'm like, what the fuck? Shout out to K Zag and 20 in the building.
Yeah. Shout out, dog.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
Yeah. So and we're talking, guys. I'm calling and ask question. We got y'all covered, but we're just showing you guys out here. And no, Tizzy, we're not. See, no, dog. What I'm saying to you guys is this: listen, we're not flaming anybody. We see game will do the flaming itself. We don't have to. When you game up, you don't have to flame motherfuckers. You just do what you do, man. They will always show what they are by who they are and what they teach. Remember, you just got to. It's not hard. It's this simple. Book smarts, street smarts. Game comes from the street. It doesn't come from English, social studies, science, or math. It doesn't. Let's get a call here. 323, sir. What's going on? How can we help you? 323, sir. Hello, going once. 323, going twice. 323. Okay, call back, buddy. Call back. Let's bring in 559. 559, sir. How can we help you, sir? What's up?
Yo, I'm back, man. I had to comment again, man, because we done had our little debates about the Bible, man. I'm a Bible aficionado, man, and you exactly right, man. There's a lot of that shit going on in there because the big dude, I don't know if you remember Samson and Delilah, but
yes,
Delilah gamed up Samson. She kept telling him, like, oh, baby, tell me what's your secret. And then eventually she warmed down, and then he changed for her. And then as soon as he changed for her and told her the secret, she sent them niggas on him, and then had his ass.
Hey, isn't that sex life? Hey, isn't that sex life all over again?
Right. Yep, exactly.
Exactly. So it doesn't. Listen, there's nothing new under the sun except you. That's it. There's nothing new under the sun except you. So people people think the internet, the world started with the internet.
Right.
That takes everything off of what the internet's saying. And there used to be a funny thing that people used to think because it was on the internet, it used to be true when the internet first kicked off.
Nah, it's crazy.
Oh shit, I was born in 99. So I don't know about all that.
Yeah,
speed, man. But but yeah.
You came in
with the man, y'all on that shit, man.
Yeah. All right, well, we appreciate it, man. We'll throw you back in, brother. Thanks for the call. Thanks for the call. Respect. Good call. Guys, y'all want to call and got a question? Go ahead and get it. We got you guys, man. And that's what we're saying to guys. See, the thing is, like I was saying, we don't have to tear anybody down, but it's the same thing we're teaching you guys. When you remember, guys, Carl, I always talk about my three little pigs, right? The three that are all fucked up. And I always bring up the fourth pig that nobody talks about because that's what street game does. See, that's what books don't teach you that street game does. So Lucario and I are showing you guys out here that when you make statements, when a woman knows what the fuck you are before she even rolls up on you, that's what game is. But the problem is women roll up on you guys to see that y'all got weak foundations. Y'all are scared of women. Y'all beat around the bush. You don't know how to communicate yourself. You worship women, beg women, and lust for women. So they already know what the fuck you are. Lucario, what say you, my brother?
Right. And they do shit to see that or notice or recognize that you're not that guy, or they see that you're the weak dude. They see that you're the guy who's passive. They see that you're the guy who's going to run after them. They see that you're the guy who's going to, follow their lead instead of actually putting your foot down and say, this is what I'm about. And then you got to follow me. That's the problem with a lot of these dudes out here is that they don't realize the stories that they're telling women about themselves before they even open their mouth. You know what I'm saying? The woman can see based off of your actions, based off of your vibe, based off of how you coming at the situation. That'll show this woman, okay, everything she needs to know in order to how to respond to you. It's crazy.
Yeah, Mr. Sharp, Mr. Sharp, okay. I always go back to, because I used to watch Kung Fu theater and I always tell you the 36 chambers of Kung Fu is something that you should watch, Mr. Sharp, because that's a false thing. Game, you can't buy your way into game. You got to be worthy of the information. That see, game is there, guys. See, they don't understand. Game is with the secret societies because it's shared information for those worthy of the information. Just because you buy information, a book, doesn't mean that you're going to learn from the book. Okay, you can't buy game. You got to become a student of game. So that's a false statement. Nicole, what say you on that, man?
Because it's the same thing where, you know, dudes think that they can just put money on everything. You understand? See, this is what you got to understand, right? What happens is it's not about the money, it's about the value. So what happens is that a man says to himself, you know what, because I'm a student of the game, I value enough. Sorry, please that's what it is. This is why Steve talks about surface dwellers. That's a surface level type of thinking where you're like, oh, well, you know, the money. It's not about the money, it's about the investment. Because what happens is that the man who's the student of the game, he says, you know what? I want to invest in myself more. So I put value on the situation to invest in myself. That's what it's about. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, Lacar, let me show you something. Okay, guys, I told the guys last night this. No, and I'm gonna show you, Lacar, and show you where guys go wrong, because they all like motivation. And if you like motivation, why you fail. So what I'm gonna show you the difference between those that have book smarts and those that have game with this video clip right here. That it was in our, I think it was in our group, Lacar. I'm gonna show them real quick. So I'm gonna show y'all this real quick, and I'm gonna explain something to y'all. Watch what you are by watching this. Watch this.
24 hours in a day. 8 hours you sleep, right? And most people work a 9 to 5. So 8 hours you working. 16 hours. Okay, so we have 16 hours. We got breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So we'll be at 19. It take you an hour to get ready. So we had 20 hours. So I cannot spend, you guys cannot spend 4 hours going to they lying. Oh, I like this photo. Oh, they fake it. Sending photos to other people. Y'all got to get focused. I'm where I'm at because I'm focused. Tunnel vision. I'm focused on what I got to do. Y'all got to have a game plan.
Now, let me show where a lot of y'all guys watching that fail all the time. Because if you're fucking motivated by that, you fail. If you feel good about what he's saying, you fail. See, game teaches you that to take information and wield it with you. When I tell them your blacksmith, you should take say, okay, I got 4 hours. And then what game will teach you is to take that 4 hours and say, what am I going to do with those 4 hours? Why am I going to do it? How am I going to do it? And then when I do those 4 hours, to go back in my film room to go over the 4 hours so I can make the proper adjustments. See, that's what game teaches you. But when you are book smart and you looking for some motherfucker to motivate you, because all this motivation bullshit, that's where y'all go wrong, because y'all will watch that video and be like, oh, wow, that's fascinating. Wow, that gives me motivation. Nah, motherfucker. Game teaches you to take information what Lucario's giving, what I'm giving you, Zag is giving you, 50's giving you, Miles is giving you, Taekwondo is giving you, to wield it down and utilize the information after it's given to you. Lucario would say you, my brother.
Right. That's the thing. You guys got to understand that you got to take in that information, use that, apply it, and then make it work for you. You know what I'm saying? That's the thing. So a lot of people listen to it, but don't do shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the problem. It's crazy.
I've got a question here. He says, in healthy long-term relationships, is the woman is always loving the man more than he loves her? Well, she's in a relationship with us. What do you think?
Right.
We're not in, okay, guys, this is why I keep telling you. I can't, was it 22 or 23 years? Okay, 22 or 23 years married. I forgot how long I've been married. I don't even count time. But what I'm saying is, one fuck up, I'm gone. It doesn't matter how long. And April, I say this with April, we love you, April. And April knows this shit. We got love for you, April. She's our girl. But April knows you fuck up one time, Lucario's gone. They have the best relationship. They cool, but April knows what the deal is. And this is all respect, April. But I'm saying to y'all guys is this. It doesn't matter. As a man, just like the job, you are always replaceable.
Oh, I think they're frozen in. I don't know why does she keep freezing today. That's crazy. Steve is frozen in the Matrix. Oh shit. Hold on, I think Steve shit is frozen. Can y'all see that? Is it frozen or is it me frozen? I don't know. You say you got Sub-Zero? Is that Steve or me? I don't. Can y'all see me? Can y'all see me? He said the frozen mindset. Oh shit! I think Steve shit froze up. Steve shit froze up, people. Steve got caught in the Matrix. But you're not. But basically, what Steve was saying is this, guys, is that if you're in a situation, right, with a woman, and you already have your plan, you already know what it is, you already know how you want to go about shit. She has to be about that, period. You understand? If she's not about that, then y'all don't need to be together. It's that simple. You feel what I'm saying? It's that simple. I think this is Steve calling. Hold on, Steve, I got you on speaker.
Huh?
I got you on speaker. What happened?
I think I think we're back in. Let me go back. Let me see if we're back. Wait,
okay.
We're StreamYard. Let me see. 2 seconds.
All right, cool.
See if I can pop us back. We're on live. Let me jump in and see if you can.
Yeah,
let me see if I can jump in.
Yeah, because I'm still on, so you could jump in or whatever.
Wait. It's working now. It was StreamYard. So StreamYard. There we go.
There we go.
Yeah, I'm sorry, guys. It's StreamYard. It's not us. StreamYard was acting up. Sorry, guys, but we were saying to y'all real quick. I think April pulled the plug and shit. That's April's fault. April said, bitch. April's like, bitch, what the fuck you talking? No. So we're saying to you real quick is that if a woman doesn't know she's replaceable, then you're not the man that she's gonna love and worship. Lucario would say to you.
That's a fact. I gotta hit you with the. That's a fact. And see, this is the thing. This is the thing is that a guy has to understand how valuable he is, and she's not gonna understand how valuable you are if you're kowtowing to her. So you can't make empty threats. You know what I'm saying? You can't say, oh, listen, this is what it's about, and if you ain't really about it, then I'm gonna bounce. And then she ain't about it, and then you still stay. You can't do that. You know what I'm saying?
No empty threats, full promises.
Exactly.
All right, another question. Sorry, guys. Yeah, the thing we paid the bill. D. Here we go. So wait. Oh, here's a call. We got a call. Wait, let's go to 914 before we answer this question. Hold on, D Money. 914, sir. How can we help you, sir? What's up?
Yeah, hello?
Yes, sir. How can we help you?
Yeah, hello. Yeah, Carl, what up, man? Steve, what up? You have a question? Macario, it's Steve. I know you guys also my.
Uh-oh. Did it happen again? Shit. Damn. Did that shit freeze again? Oh my goodness. Hold on. This shit freezing again. Hold on, this shit freezing again. This shit's frozen. God damn. That's fucked up. That is fucked up. The shit's freezing again. I said it must be a full moon today. Hilarious. Let me see if I can
Yeah, guys, real quick. Yeah, we had some technical difficulty, but guys, make sure you guys go check out what April's saying. Make sure y'all get y'all tickets, guys. Make sure y'all go to this link right here where April's sending you guys. Okay. And make sure y'all join and get that. Okay. So if you guys sign up to that, whether you're online or off, April MC has got that up. So make sure y'all get that. We're about to wrap the show up because it's all messed up, but we're wrapping the show up. But you just want to make sure y'all get that. Okay. And all my chat room dogs tonight, Easter game. We're going to do a pineapple show, but we'll be breaking down the Easter game tonight. So, but guys, make sure y'all check out that link right there. Go ahead and join in all that other stuff. Okay. Yeah, sorry for the frozen screen, guys. Little technical difficulties, but we'll be back next Tuesday. So we'll see y'all soon. All my chat room dogs, we'll see y'all later on tonight. Peace.